You know, the craziest thing happened. We got this brand new fierce battle, and I was like, you know what? It's finally time for me to hard power level. I'm gonna do it super hard as humanly possible. I almost knocked my computer over. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm just yapping. Anyway, I decided we would push Tae up just cause. So, couple of things here. I've been asked to do a video on her for a while, so I'm happy to do it. I'll be pairing her with Sagan, so fire team thing, I guess. Also, stay tuned because maybe next week, assuming we don't get anything crazy, which we probably will get a new banner next week. So sometime within the next 2 weeks, I will also, because I'm a glutton for punishment, build up the other damage over time SR characters. I know that's something that people have wanted to see for a while. I don't know if other people have beaten me to that. Probably so. But I still want to try it out. So like we have characters like Iharu, who has a lightning damage over time built in here. Lightning damage equal to the attacker's attack. We've got poison on the old man here. Keiji. My bad. I forget his name all the time. He's got poison. We've got Aoi. He's got wind damage over time. I think that's it. Other than the fire characters, of course. And this freeze. The freeze functions a little bit differently between the two freeze characters. But we do have some stuff. So I will be working on that. So anyway, back to Tae. I actually purposely didn't push her to level 100 because I wanted to do that in today's video to show you. Because just in case you didn't know, I've said this before. It requires a lot of these little pamphlet book things. And this is what it looks like to push character from 90 to 100. Just that. The amount of the 266,000 credits, all those books, that's a lot of refreshes on books. So just a lot of stamina. And again, just 90 to 100. It says nothing about all the other prior levels. But as you see, the stats do go up. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but stats are not like crazy high in this game. Anyway, you take what you can get. So we're going to go ahead and invest that. Push her up to level 100. Her attack is just below 1K. Oh, never mind. That's the flat number, but she's getting 1,200 from everything else. I'll explain that in a minute. I was like, wait a minute, what? Why is it so low? So she is an offensive character. She scales off of her attack, thankfully. Also, she's got a burn in here and the ultimate. So, or right here. Yeah, on this combat skill. So burn after turn arrives, takes fire damage over time equal to 63% of the player's attack. She also has a couple other things that happen in here. Her first unlocked passive, the unit's damage over time multiplier goes up by 40%. So frankly, by the way, she may be the strongest character at this. Of course, there it goes. Every time. She may be the strongest character at this, and I'll explain why, but she's got several things like that where it increases her damage over time. In her kit, she has a pretty high attack stat, as you saw, 2,000 plus. It's going to kick back in a second. I'm sorry about that. But she may be the best, like, just flat-out character at that specific thing in the game. So there's that. And yes, that is with me considering Sagan. Maybe a duped-out Sagan is better, but, you know. Anyway, moving on. On her ultimate, she also increases the damage over time multiplier for 3 turns by 25% at level 7. So again, another thing that is helping her out. Also, she gets a damage dealt increase. So there's that. She doesn't have good multipliers on her moves. That's where she kind of falls short. She's going to rely on that. So her moves are not going to do much natural damage, but she will rely on that overall. And then lastly, after activating a normal attack or ultimate against the kaiju in the burn state, the applier's attack goes up. So that's also helpful. Getting those attack increases will obviously help her with pretty much everything centered around her kit. So let's talk about Uniparts. I was able to get pretty lucky rolls on Uniparts. I would still probably take effect hit rate off the middle one, just because it's the set effect. But you should prioritize getting, in my opinion, the 15, regardless of what the other effects are, you want the 15 set effect first, 15-star set effect first, and then you go from there and try to get the other stuff in. But I was really happy with getting shot damage and attack up. The attack up at 33% is really showing itself because she's getting the 1,200 as well, additional attack. So that's really helping her out. But I would probably switch the middle for Ultimate Charge. I think Ultimate Charge is probably the best one in the game. I like crit damage, but Ultimate Charge I think is probably the best one. So anyway, I like effect hit rate for the set effect, which is why I chose this one, because it does help her land those burns more consistently. And then when the equipped unit attacks a kaiju that already has a debuff or status ailment, the damage will also go up. I also considered There was another one here I considered before I settled on that. Which one is it? After activating that, increases attack. I considered that one. I always consider that one because speed bonus is nice. When the equipped unit's HP. It was probably this one. Yeah, I believe it was this ant type. I couldn't really bring myself to do it. In terms of weapons, you've got so much variety because there's so many freaking rifles in the game. So I'm using AR Hyperion. This is the one from the Valor Exchange or whatever, from the Fierce Battle Exchange. And so for this one, at the start of the battle, 3 turns, 4% speed increase for allies. Gives her an automatic 28% attack. So that's another thing that's reflecting in her overall attack as well. It's level 80. I could obviously get more to level 100, but I mostly just kind of stop here, and I will come back eventually. Otherwise, after the equipped unit activates an ultimate, you get attack up on your allies as well. So a bit of a support one. There is a good one here. I just took this one off because it was too much effect hit rate. Like, I just was like, I could get more offense on her and then do stronger burns if I opted for that other one, while also getting more support. So that's what I decided to do. But AR Octopus I really liked because it fit her kit very well. This was her default one. I actually just changed it today to AR Hyperion. So I also have her full dupes. So I purposely didn't do this, but I want to show you what her dupes also do as well. But first, make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you have a hype option, please do so. It does help tremendously, more than you know. And if you've been enjoying the videos, because I probably am the only person really, truly trying to find a way to do videos on this game daily. If you enjoy it, make sure you hit that thumbs up. All right, so the first one. After activating the ultimate, applies ultimate charge rate to this unit. So that was the only thing that kind of made me decide not to put the Unipart on. Was, well, to be fair, at the time I had the weapon on, and with this and the Unipart, I was just like, Now it's good, but I was like, I could kind of split my resources here. After attacking a Kaiju in burn state, applies damage dealt plus 20% for 2 turns to this unit. Obviously, very strong for her. Considering she has weak multipliers, though, it's not going to be the most impactful thing, but it will help bridge the gap a little bit. When failing to apply her burn, this is one of the things that also made me move away from the effect hit stuff. When failing to apply her burn with the combat skill, applies effect hit rate plus 40% for 1 turn to this unit, activates 1 time every 2 turns. Very, very strong. So by default, it has an 80% chance. And enemies can resist it, so you technically can go over 100 and have benefit to that. We are far over 100 when you consider her base and then also the skill effect. Anyway, this kind of made me move away from it, though, because what's going to happen is if she fails, she'll get another chance again, and then it'll trigger repeatedly. So basically, this makes her foolproof. Like, she's going to trigger that. And then the last one here, after activating the ultimate, has a 65% base chance to apply her burn for 2 turns with the same effect as the combat skill. This is huge because now she's got a second way to burn. This was flat out not in her kit. This is a huge extension to her kit by giving her the ability to now burn on her ultimate, which is really powerful too because her ultimate also applies that damage over time before attacking, the multiplier bonus. So that's going to be her strongest one overall. It has the same effect, but it's going to trigger immediately right then and there. So it should be a really strong burn. The only thing I don't know that we'll find out is if that stacks, like if the enemies can have more than 1 burn at a time. That's the only thing I don't know. But again, we are going to find out now. I am going to go in. This is what we're going to do. So I am going to put the dupes in her. Got to give her all the dupes. I got to put it in her. I'll bring these characters. That's what we'll do. We'll just go full support, whatever. And I'll just throw whatever in this back row. We're going to go with that. And then we're going to back out and put the dupes in to see the difference. I'm not so familiar with this to the point where I don't know if they clear this the way that I typically clear the other one. So, but I wanted to play the new stage, so that's kind of what we're doing here. Maybe these supports need more investment though. I'm not really sure, like I said. We'll go morale boost. And we'll go there. 2,500 damage, 2,500 burn as well. She got frozen. Are you kidding me? Knock it off, man. I don't think I've ever seen one of my characters get frozen. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I don't know that that was even in the game as like a possibility prior to that. But okay, whatever. Okay, we got our ultimate here, and she's not frozen anymore. She's defrosted. She better defrost with those fire powers. Can't keep a good fire wielder down. Like, what is it? Only just for her turn? Did it just send her back and all that stuff, and it just came right off? I guess that's how that worked, huh? And we're gonna get a fire burn here and break, baby, baby. And Sagan follow. That's gonna do 0 damage. 6,000. I'm not mad at it. I mean, this is a very weak team, but at least we have the damage over time to help a little bit, right? I'll bring her shield back. Sagan's chilling at nearly 3,000 HP. That's pretty good. Let's see Sagan actually wrap this. Or try to, anyway. I'll have to pull up her kit, but I believe she also has an effect for doing damage against enemies that have a status ailment. Man, those crits are so much nicer. Let's see what happened here. So taunt, burns, burn. Yeah, you can actually pick up more than one. So I assume when it's their turn, they're gonna take double burn damage. That's kind of funny. All right. See there, you saw her damage boost there too. She did pretty good. Let's go for the ult. Yeah, her damage has come a long way, and some of that's also just the support she has, of course. But I mean, her damage has gone up a good bit. Yeah, they do take 2 burn damage. Okay. Yeah, not having an actual, like, genuine DPS on this team kind of slows us down a good bit, but it's not a big deal. Let's see if Ashiro can finish this. I love that close-up for her attack. It's really nice. All right. Okay, here we go with Kaiju 2. God, this looks so cool. It does look really cool, admittedly. Kaiju 2 looks really cool, man. All right. Okay, we've got our ultimate now. She's going to get her ultimate as well. Can you not? Defense penetration up and attack up? My God. He almost one-shot Rio. Okay. He almost one-shot Rio for real. That's crazy, bro. Can you not? She's got her ult now. We need to get a break here. I don't think we could do it, though. Maybe if we had another ultimate. Yeah, if we had another ultimate, I think we could do it, but I don't think we're doing it, of course, here. So, no worries. In fact, I know we're not doing it, but whatever. Look at that damage. That was like 12,000 damage on just burns right there, right? Between the two. That wasn't bad at all. I could live with that. That wasn't bad at all. Another 12,000 hit. That one was a crit, though. Yeah, she landed another burn. I'll put that up. Doesn't really matter much, but just make her draw aggro. Attack up. Okay. That's fine. We're going to get an attack up too, buddy. Hope you enjoy it. I'm curious if he just wipes out Ashura right here. He might go for it. We'll see. I think Tae's fine, though, at level 100. 19k shield. Yeah, Tae's fine. I mean, eventually she may go down, but for now she's fine. Okay, let's trigger another ultimate. Just flat out going through the shield. That's hilarious. His shield is just so fat. I gotta pull it up and see if it's like based on the damage you do to him on the turn prior or something. Sometimes that's the case. But his shield was really big. It was like 20,000, so. Ashura, though, she's holding on, man. We're gonna get a break here. I'm going all in for it. Nice. How many burns this dude got? I mean, I know they fall off, but how many? Because I feel like we put a lot of burns on him. Burn. Only two. Only two. Okay. I bet these are both. It shows the name of the effect. No, one of these has to signal for a counter. I was gonna say one of these. I was gonna say I bet these are both from her, but they can't both be because she doesn't have that passive unlocked from the dupe. So one of them is from each of them. The 100%. So that's where things are a little bit different. Sagan clearly power creeps her with that because it's 100%. However, Sagan is a defense scaler, and that's why hers is stronger too. So she's not naturally gonna have that crazy high attack stat. Actually, let me see whose attack stat is even higher. Yep, Sagan's is. Oh no, I was looking at her defense. I was gonna say her attack is super high. Holy crap! But yeah, see, she's barely over a 900. That's the difference, right? Okay, so we are going to go for. Just keep going, I guess. By the way, Tae's been like looping ultimates. I'm gonna put it on auto now. She's been looping ultimates. Just repeated ultimates every other turn. Okay, so we clearly win this. Doesn't matter what he does. We clearly win this. You gonna put up another shield? Yeah, he did. Okay, how big is it? 20,000 again? It's okay. We still win. Ashura finally went down, but Sagan's able to win this by herself from this point. She may be able to solo this. I need to test that. I don't know. But I know for a fact from this point, she can win this by herself. Plus the damage from the burns. Okay. So we're actually going to back out. Like I said, we're going to put the dupes in Tae and see how she looks as well. But yeah, having two fire characters is really nice. The only problem is what I brought up in the very, very beginning. There's just no need to run this like this. Because you're just better off bringing in actual dedicated damage dealers, probably. Was 5-star Hoshin on that team? I did not know. Like I was like, wait a minute, what attack is he using? And then I saw the little image right there, and I was like, oh, it is 5-star Hoshina. He's gone up a little bit in level, if you couldn't tell. He's on my to-do list. All right, so we're gonna bring her up, but yeah, like you're better off just running like an actual dedicated DPS character, I think. Especially if it's a DPS character like Gen or something that can help you break this content much faster. Things like that. But some of that I don't think you really need a Sagan for anything. I don't think you need Tae for anything. In fact, I don't think you need anything for anything. Oh, I don't have the last dupe. I thought I had all dupes. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, I don't have her last dupe. I didn't even realize it. I thought I had all of her dupes, dude. That's obnoxious and annoying, man. Okay, I genuinely thought I had all the dupes. I'm not going to pull for it because, you know, what are the chances of that? Could you imagine? Could you imagine? I'll do a single. How about that? We'll do a single. Just one. Just one. Oh, no, I used a single. Now I'm going to get screwed because I won't have enough for a multi next time they get 5 out. I just broke it. I just ruined it. Just ruined it. Okay, one more time. And this is for real the last one. Garbage. I got 4 stars. Garbage. Garbage, garbage. Okay, let's go back in. I needed 4 stars, just not what I got. I am going to take Ashiro off, not because she isn't good, but we're going to put Isao in. I want to see what Isao's shield looks like. Well, the reason I'm keeping Rio is because the attack increase. Like just a flat out attack increase. Got so much SP with this setup. My God. This is so much SP. We will just keep on going here. I genuinely don't really need to do much. Not until wave 2. Okay, let's see if she wraps this. Probably not. She didn't get fully built up, but that's all right. At least she got a crit there. Love to see it. Okay, let's go for Tae's ultimate. See if she can wipe this one out. And if not, I'm going to leave it anyway because the damage over time should kill it. And maybe not, actually. I'll use another basic here. Then the damage should kill it. Or not! Counter will kill it. Frozen again. But that's my point, though, right? Like, if I had a dedicated DPS, I'd probably be on wave 2 already by now. Shields are getting 700. That's crazy. She's getting 700 on the shield. That's so much, man. Her defense is just so high. And this old man does nothing on his follow-ups because they scale off attack, unfortunately, so. Just all around kind of screwed. Okay, this is gonna wrap, right? Crit for me? No. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Okay. I wasn't paying attention to the little icon, so I didn't know if it popped up or what. All right, so we're gonna start things off with her ultimate. This is a list of the buffs she has. She's got mostly everything, so let's go for the ult. And she's critting, nice. Not bad. How much attack does she have? Okay. Like 2,400 in that range. Rio. he got pressured, bro. Does he die? How much shield did he have on? Does he die without that shield? He got pressured, bro. God dang. I need this break. But of course we're not going to get it because I didn't have an ultimate to throw to force it to happen, so. Don't hit Rio? How much damage was that? I was looking elsewhere. And he went down. To nobody's surprise, though. Not at all a surprise. Got the burn there, nice. We're gonna go ultimate. I like to go ultimate first for the multiplier bonus. I was just so annoyed. I thought I had her last dupe. Whew, that did not bad. Not bad. Gotta put this on auto from here. I think they've got this. They don't need me. Okay, so yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. You got to see a look at the fire DPS, or fire, technically she is a DPS. Like, what was that, like 5,400 and something else? You got to see a look of like how damage over time kind of works. The thing about it is that it's just, it's, I don't know, it's never going to be anything crazy because it scales off of your own attack stat. And that's where like KG had the poison, and it was based off the enemy's max HP, right? That would have been broken as all hell. It would have been much better than your own individual attack, but they capped it to a certain percentage of KG's attack stat because they knew it would be broken as hell. But, yeah, so again, it's nice to have the utility. One thing I would like to know that I haven't seen, I'm sure if you watch the footage back, let me know in the comments, though, you guys watching the video. Are they taking burn damage? Is he taking burn damage through shield? I guess we're going to see right here. If she doesn't pop the shield, we're going to see. Oh, he doesn't have a shield. Never mind. Okay. I mean, it's not like the damage isn't doing, it's not like they're doing bad damage, but, like, that's like 6,000. I don't know whose burn that is that did that, but overall, you know, not bad. I would have to separate her from Sagan, but I'm not going to separate her from Sagan, but I would have to separate her from Sagan to truly see what she does individually burn wise. You know what, we can actually just really briefly do that in like a minute or two. I didn't want to do that, but just because they're both doing burn, which is not bad. It's just it's a little bit misleading. I don't know. It's a little misleading, I guess. I don't know whose burn is doing more damage because, like I said, there's multiple things. I would assume hers is the bigger one because she's got so much attack, but it has a lower multiplier, all that stuff like I mentioned. So we're going to actually swap her out, and we're going to put in an actual damage dealer. We'll just put Kikuru in there, and we'll leave it on auto. I just want to see what the burns look like. And so she won't have the attack increase from Sagan's ultimate, but she'll still have the attack increases from Rio. She'll have the extra damage from the ultimate, or the shield, excuse me, from Isao. Okay. So she'll still have some stuff working in her favor in terms of like support, making her stronger. And she shouldn't really change much is the point. Yeah, she did about 3,000 like she was doing at this same point of the previous one. God, they hit Rio so hard, dude. He lost 1,100 from that hit. They hit bro so hard. Just let her wipe this one. Bro, can you stop aggroing him? What is that nonsense? They're legit aggroing him. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Where's Kikaru at with her stacks? I bet she's fully stacked now. I'll let her delete him as well, by the way. I'm pretty positive Kikaru is fully stacked. If she's not, it is what it is. She typically isn't like Mina, where Mina will get her ultimate. Yeah, see, Mina's got a whole separate thing in her kit where she gets that ultimate too early. Kikaru is not like that. All right. So we need to obviously get going. We're going to set up Tae here. So annoyed that can't burn. Oh my god, you don't know how annoyed I am. Quite literally going to do no damage. I just wanted to break a plate. What did I do? 24k? That's not bad. Pretty solid for him. Nice. We landed a burn. Love to see it. Okay, we're going to put this on auto now. Yeah, it was her doing the big burn like I thought. Her burn is really strong because, again, Sagan is forced to use her burns on attack. But the trade-off is Sagan also is countering all the time, so it kind of evens out. But, yeah, Tae was the one doing the 5,000 burns. See, it works just a little bit better with an actual dedicated damage dealer in there as well, which was my point all along. Oh, Kikaru's good. If she crits here, she's going to do a lot of damage. Ah, lame. Tae's actually doing more damage than she was last time, too, huh? Here comes the shield. Yeah, I don't think it's based on anything. I think he just gets the flat 19k every time. She did a burn. He took 46. So you do take... earlier I was asking if you take burn damage through the shield. That is not the case. Like, I was wondering if it would ignore the HP or the shield and just go straight to the HP. That is not the case. It takes it off the shield, which is normal. so cool. That is so cool, man. They did a great job on him. I really like Kaiju too. That burn did 8,200. I think that's the highest burn that we've seen. Right? I don't think we've seen a burn that hard. That burn did 8,200, 8,300 damage. She's gonna crit on this one. And no, never mind. Yeah, Tae actually, okay, so Tae actually performed better here. Her burns were hitting harder, which means her attack must have been higher. But she was doing more damage overall consistently throughout it, and her burns did more damage too. So she actually performed better away from Sagan. I was concerned about losing Sagan's attack increase. But overall, though, I mean, we got to show what we wanted to show. And so that's pretty cool. I still think you're better off just going with actual non-DOT characters, because I don't think you need this. But it is fun, right? It was a fun, interesting opportunity. So this video, kind of Sagan, she was just kind of here. But I also did a triple Sagan Shinomiya team with her, Kikaru, and with Isao. If you haven't seen that, what are you doing? Check it out. It was a ton of fun to do. You guys saw all three of those characters individually in this video, but what about them all together on the team? Check that out. It should be on the screen right now before you go, and I'll see you over there. Thank you.